Hi friends, today I am going to share with you two recipes for homemade cleaners. One I have made many times before, and the other one is kind of new for me, and so I'm gonna, of course, give you a review at the end on how well it worked. But you're only going to need some basic supplies to make these. Dawn dish soap is one, and vinegar, white distilled vinegar, is the other. So let me show you what I have in store for you today. The first one that I am going to make today is orange vinegar, and basically it's super simple. You'll need the peels from 3 oranges. I have yet to peel these two. This one my husband had for breakfast, so it's already I already have the peels from that one. And you will need white vinegar. Vinegar is a great all-purpose cleaner, and you can just add it straight. You don't need to have it orange. The thing that, or with the orange peels, but the thing that I have always really enjoyed about it is, number one, the smell, and number two is that orange oil, which is what you get from the skins, is a great degreaser. So the first thing that you're going to need to do is collect oranges from collect the peels from 3 different oranges. Now, if we eat a lot of oranges, so that's usually not a problem. If it's a problem, I've even frozen them before. But the other thing too is that I've often just peeled all 3 oranges and then put the orange sections in the refrigerator and just have them available as snacks. So it works very simple that way too. So I'm going to peel these 2 oranges and show you what the next step is. Okay, here's how simple this gets. You're going to take your orange peels, and you'll need a quart jar, canning jar, and you'll want one that is a wide mouth canning jar. And you don't really need pieces like that, so I'm just removing that and sticking my orange peels, filling up the jar. You can also use lemon peels, or I've even put lime peels in here. And it looks like I could have done a better job stuffing them in the bottom, but either way, anyway, it works. These were pretty big oranges, so you could probably get away with less than 3 if you have big oranges like I did. Okay, now you have your oranges in the jar. Now you take your vinegar and you pour your vinegar in here. Until it kind of comes to the top and covers up your peels. Some of them are going to float, but that's not a big deal. And I'm just getting the trapped airspace out. Like I said, I probably have more peels in here than what I really need, but the fuller it is, the better in some ways, because it'll make it more potent. Okay, next step, a canning lid, and you could use a ring and a regular canning type lid, or you can use these plastic ones. And now you're going to go set this someplace for about 2-3 weeks. I've left it longer. I forgot about it at times, or had a couple different batches going and I've left it longer. It doesn't really matter, but you're going to do that, set it aside. When your 2 or 3 weeks or however long is done, you're going to strain out the peels, and this is what your vinegar is going to look like. And it's going to have a really nice orange scent to it. So, and now you're probably wondering, how do you use it? Well, what I do, this is a bottle of it, is I put a tablespoon or so at the bottom, maybe 2 tablespoons, and then I fill it all the way up with water. And I use this to clean out my sinks, to wipe down my kitchen counters, to wipe off fingerprints, anything like that. It's a great multi-purpose, all-purpose cleaner. Vinegar does have antibacterial properties. It's not, super strong, but it does have antibacterial properties, so that's always good. You could always add a little bit of rubbing alcohol to it if you wanted to up your antibacterial game, it will make it, that would make it a little bit stronger, but I never do that, and it's ended up being one of my favorite all-purpose cleaners. Oh, I also use it to clean floors. Now, some people have said that it leaves their floors feeling a little bit sticky, and I would say you've probably used too much if that's the case. It doesn't really require a lot. You could put a couple tablespoons in a gallon of water or so and mop your floors with that, and that would probably be plenty and shouldn't be sticky at that point. Okay, so orange vinegar, that's cleaner number one. I'm going to set that aside. Now, this one is a recipe that I found online. It was actually a meme, I think, and I'm gonna test it out, but because I have never done this one before, I'm gonna make a very small batch. Basically, you're going to combine equal parts of white vinegar and Dawn dish soap, and we are going to make a spray cleaner for the bathroom, specifically for your bathtub. And here's how it goes. Since I'm doing a small batch, I'm just going to do 1/4 cup of vinegar for right now. And you will now need to bring the vinegar to a boil. I'm going to put this in my microwave and bring it to a boil. That came to a boil. First thing I'm going to do is put my boiling vinegar in here. And I am going to add 1/4 cup of Dawn dish soap, so I have equal parts. Put the lid on, and the instructions say to shake it up. Now, vinegar should at least reduce the amount of suds you get from it, but this one has a lot of suds, so alright, I'm going to take this to my bathtub and we're going to see how it works. I've got a good soap scum line here. There we go. I had washed this spray bottle out ahead of time, so I think a little bit of water was coming out with it, but the idea is that it's supposed to stick instead of dripping down, and now it looks like that's what it is doing. So, okay, we're going to wait. I'm going to wait 20 minutes and come back, and we'll see how easy it is to clean off. Okay, we're back. I have a old cleaning rag, and I'm going to try that first, and if I need more scrubbing power, I also have a sponge. So let's see how this works. Well, I'd say that's pretty darn impressive. Yep, I think most of that is just shadow, but the actual soap scum has come off super easy with just a wet washcloth. I will say in the 20 minutes that I was waiting, the vinegar cooled down quite a bit and the mixture got a lot thicker. And I sprayed it on the rest of my tub over here and found that it stuck a lot better. So I would have to say this is in the category of my new favorite bathtub cleaner. Due to the not so great lighting in my bathroom, that darker line that you see there is just a shadow. But I'm really impressed with the way that this turned out, and I will definitely be using it again.